Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, Érik Morales gave his Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia prediction. Let's talk about that. But first, let's get into Demetrius Andrade. Basically, Jermell Charlo called him out, and he responded. So hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And at one point in time, they're supposed to fight. Andrade said he can't speak on the full details. I know for a fact that he was getting less money than the challenger and Demetrius and Jermell Charlo. He didn't like that, and Rock Nation got into it. And he basically said it was on his promoter that messed up that fight, and it really wasn't on him, but he can't say. But Jermell Charlo said he'd fight him, but at 54, and he said he'd fight Canelo at 54. But at the same time, you know, these dudes are 68 and 60 pounders and on the fringe of being 68 pounders. And he said he got $7 million for Jermell Charlo for them to get it on in the ring. But to be honest, Charlo struggled versus southpaw, especially slippery southpaws. But it'd be a good fight because Jermell will go out there and try to take Demetrius Andrade hit off, and Andrade going to try to not get hit and score. And I think it's still a fight that the fans want to see. I mean, obviously Jermell Charlo has stepped up a few times in his career, but he don't have that big name on his resume. And I think Demetrius Andrade is missing that big name on his resume. And it'd be a good fight. I mean, Andrade is rangy, slippery, but Charlo is getting better at, perfecting Derrick James' style of fighting. So that's a fight that I think I'll be down to see. I think a lot of fans will be down to see that fight. I think, for Demetrius Andrade, it's all going to be about, just, outboxing and using this aggression against him. But Andrade to be 33 this month, February 26th to be exact, the top clicking on him. I think him doing bad business with Jermell Charlo back in the day, I think that stopped him from Al Heyman from signing him as well too. And obviously Eddie Hearn did him a favor and helped him out by getting him on this DAZN deal. But Andrade and Jermell Charlo, that'd be a good fight, especially if he able to get past Jermell and then he could fight Jermall Charlo. But Ronnie Shields came on and said that, they wasn't fighting him because how he messed up the bag. Now, I don't know if he agreed to that amount of money and then pulled out, or they just pull out all of a sudden for whatever, his excuse is or happened, whatever his real reason is. But, Jermell on a mission, though. He need one more belt. So why would he stop getting one more belt to fight you, even if it was for $7 million? And let's say that's his career high payday. I mean, that fifth belt or that fourth belt is prestigious to him because he can go out, and always, have those 4 or 5 belts, but he won't always have that $7 million per se, But I think he should handle his business, get to Castanos, and to share a winner this weekend, and just move on and, get the belts and then think about moving up. But Errol Spence said he was moving up. He said when Jermell move up, he'll move up. So Errol Spence already let the cat out the bag that he is thinking about moving up. And Jermell, said he wasn't fighting Errol Spence neither because they stablemates. I think Errol said one of them beat him in the amateurs, and pretty much that's how they got cool. But it's a good fight, in my opinion. It's a fight that should be made. And if Andrade can get past Jermell, then he should go ahead and fight Jermall. But like he said, man, I'm not coming down. He said he can't make 154 no more. You got to remember, this dude like 6'2", 6'3" years old. I mean, tall. And of course, he's not going to crouch down and fight or come down and fight him and get him an advantage. But then again, Jermell do got 4 belts, 5 including the ring belt. So it might entice him to come down if he can cut the weight, but he said he can't. But the Charlo struggle with southpaws. Austin Trout, obviously they came up in the gym with Lara, Matt Korbob. So there have been some southpaws that give him some trouble. And a lot of people think they avoid no southpaws because of avoiding southpaw fighters like Demetrius Andrade because he got their number. And don't forget, he was a better amateur than both of them, But to be honest, they seen as more popular and more capable fighters than him. And he really never had no challenge. People can say, well, Jermell, he beat J-Rod. It's better than anything Demetrius done. And there's some rumors out there that saying Jermell might fight Lara. If he don't fight the Castanos and Teixeira winner, he might fight Lara. So, obviously I think he want to fight Lara regardless. He left that stable before Lara left Ronnie Shields, and that's a good fight. I mean, even though Lara a lot older, but at some point, it was at They was there with Lara in his prime, so that wasn't gonna happen. Ronnie Shields wasn't gonna let them both fight. But this Andrade, he said he got $7 million for Jermell. And I guess it's the same $7 million they offered Jermell. And Jermell, I heard they went up to 10, and Jermell said no. And Ronnie came on Lion Killer Podcast and said it's true that they didn't want to fight him no more. From Jermell, perspective, but me, frankly, man, they probably making more money without. That's what they gonna say. And he want 14 to come over. So, once he becomes super champion, he can move up and become Demetrius Andrade, mandatory regardless, and force Andrade to fight him and have Al Heyman, win the purse bid and make him come over across the street. Well, Eddie Hearn was willing to send Demetrius across the street to fight Jermell, and they didn't want to fight. So Andrade tried to make that fight, but everybody gonna say, well, he should have fought Jermell then, and he wouldn't be in this position. And that could be true. He wouldn't be in this predicament. But it is what it is. But the Charlos, they need that key fight. I'm not saying Demetrius Andrade is that key fight, but Andrade need that fight too. And it's a fight that all parties should try to make. But then again, we in the era where these dudes don't want the best to fight the best. That's just, the climate in boxing we in. Make excuses. But I don't blame Jermell for going for undisputed. That's something that's going to always be. That he one of the few 4-belt undisputed champions. 5 bursts. Plus the ring belt. So why would you, turn that around for that amount? Now, they paying 10, 15, they paying $15, $20 million. I get it. But Demetrius Andrade say all he going to do is he going to move up to 68. And Charlo said he ain't going past 160 pounds. So he implied that, he didn't want to fight. And he basically said that he don't care about Charlo hating him. Said, do you want to be my friend and all? He said, he's just a business. But that is what it is on that point. But Érik Morales said that Ryan Garcia going to sleep in 2 rounds versus Manny Pacquiao. And I think that's most people's perspective on that fight. I think Morales fought him 3 times. He beat Pacquiao once, and then Pacquiao drained him the second time. I think they fought 3 times, and Pacquiao won the third one as well, too. But to be honest, Morales, what he sees. Ryan Garcia got a lot of flaws. It came out today. Luis Nery left Eddie Reynoso looking for a new coach. I reported that weeks ago. He was leaving Eddie Reynoso probably about a month ago now. I don't know. But, personally, he right. Ryan Garcia going to sleep. And I think a lot of people around him looking at the money. I heard that Pacquiao can make $30-something million. He can make, I forgot what they said, $5 or $7 million. I think everybody looking at the money, and to be honest, Pacquiao might ruin Ryan Garcia forever. He might ruin that dude forever, where he ain't never come back and challenge for a world title. He might Mildred Taylor him. He may never be the same. And to be honest, you never know. Golden Boy be, dealing with fishy business anyway. So maybe they can make Manny Pacquiao lay down for him. But if somehow he beat Pacquiao, he ain't gonna never have to fight nobody. He gonna be the A-side for the rest of his career, And he said belts don't define him. I get it, but then again, you moving up in opposition to take on Pacquiao for what? Even if you beat Pacquiao, you didn't beat the best version of him. He done been robbed. He done been knocked out. He done been beat by decision, outboxed. I don't really get it. I guess it's more of a money grab. And his advisor and Eddie Reynoso with it. They willing to cash out Ryan Garcia. And I guess they thinking that they can drain Manny Pacquiao. They won't be the best version of him at 40-something years old. Maybe they're right, but to be honest, Golden Boy got to jump in and assist him in this fight. Because I'm with Érik Morales. I can see Pacquiao stop him. I really don't think it should go past 1. I think Pacquiao should get him out there in a couple rounds. But we see stranger things. We seen dudes get old overnight, and maybe this what it is. But I'm with Morales. This thing shouldn't go past 2 rounds. And Manny Pacquiao, if it do and he struggle, he need to retire. He need to retire. That ain't gonna sound right. He need to retire. And Ryan Garcia, if he get knocked out, he ain't done. If he win, it's a hell of a risk. I think it's more risk he lose than he win. But if he win, shit, he the king at 135. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links description. Facebook group there as well too. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.